The following is an independently produced community access program. The viewpoints expressed are those of the community access producer and do not reflect those of Shaw Cable Systems. The program is presented in response to CRTC policy guidelines regulating community programming.
Hi, I'm Amy Metcalfe, and I'm going to be guest hosting Edmonton Unplugged for a couple episodes, but don't worry, your boy Doug, he'll be back. In a few minutes, you're going to see a few songs from the lovely Brooke Woods, who will be debuting her brand new album, Heart in Many Places, coming up quick. Stay tuned.
You can say what you want, but it started off empty. Feel what you feel, but take it from me. If your heart is somewhere that you just can't bear it, if your mind's in the wind, then you better go save it. Don't let me down so easy, just let me see what you see. Oh, whoa. Maybe it's not quite broken, maybe it's just a little tired, like you and me. Days spent encompassed by the questions, they leave you reading into sighs and altered expressions. When will our mouths start to speak the truth? We always vary it to conceal what words may prove. Don't let me down so easy, just let me see what you see. Oh, when your will is letting go. Maybe it's not quite broken, maybe it's just a little tired, like you and me. And I ask myself, do you ever really know all the questions that lead to the answers we tend to never let them show up? Don't let me down so easy, just let me see what you see. Oh, when your will is letting go. Oh, maybe it's not quite broken, maybe it's just a little tired, like you and me. Set off down the road, settle down which way you're gonna go. Set upon some land, but what's it take to make you take a stand? You've got every reason to leave behind these tangled weaves and tales of who you once were, who you might be. Who you trying to leave distant dreams and missed so seams were all they ever knew. Could you settle for the distance when everything you'll find is intertwined? All these stepping stones, all these stepping stones are making my feet bleed. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go reminds me of where I've been. I've got a heart in many places, but this I know rings true. All the distant dreams and missed seams were all they ever knew. Could you settle for the distance when everything you'll find is intertwined? It's intertwined. All these stepping stones, all these stepping stones, all these stepping stones are making my feet
I'm here with Brooke Woods, and the last couple songs we just heard sound amazing. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So the 3 songs that you're going to sing for us today, they're on your album, correct?
Yeah.
And this is your debut EP that was released in April.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's called Heart in Many
Places.
Places. And here it is here. I'm going to put it up on my knee so camera can zoom in on that bad boy. So I always ask artists, when you're building an album, putting an album together, what do you want it to say? And this being your debut EP, it was really important, I'm sure, for you to think about what you wanted that to say. And what would you say that was?
Absolutely. Some things that come to mind, like I really wanted people to hear what I sound like, being that it's my first release. I wanted to give people a taste of what to expect in the future. I'm starting out, so I thought 4 tracks was a really good start.
A little teaser?
Yeah. And I just wanted to give them an idea of what I sound like. And now I'm blanking.
Well, I mean, I think, you want them to see who you are as an artist too, right? This is your first approach at showing public what you're doing.
For sure, yeah.
And I think, a lot of times as singers and songwriters, you do so much stuff by yourself, and you're like, when you get it out there, it's kind of scary. Like, were you a little nervous when you first released it?
Mostly, actually, I was really excited. I think it was a little bit scary going into the process of getting the whole band together to see what it would actually sound like when, like you said, when you've got an idea of it.
Because they're your babies.
Totally, yeah. And you've got your acoustic guitar, you're in a room, you're playing every day the same stuff. And then when you, put it in the hands of other people who have the opportunity to change it for the better, which is awesome, but also kind of scary.
Scary, because it's different,
But it's an amazing feeling, and it's also such a collaborative path to take to go into music. And it's really amazing to see.
Yeah, you got to really trust those musicians that you're hiring. Absolutely, and everyone on your team. So that being said, what would you say your favorite song is on the new album?
I think out of all of them, I'm the most excited about Heart in Many Places.
And I love that for a title of an album, because I think everyone can relate to being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I think especially in the music industry, when especially your first album, you can really do anything. You could come out with a pop album, you could be folk,
Absolutely.
And so you're kind of being pulled, and you just let it go where it's going to go, and you release it.
Totally, and you totally hit the nail on the head right there. Basically, the idea behind it all is just being true to yourself, and sometimes that's really hard as an artist or just as a person in general. But ultimately, you have to do what makes you happy, and keep moving forward with that. So.
I saw a quote on Facebook the other day that said, musicians don't go through midlife crises. Their whole life is a crisis. I said, you know what? Yeah, that's kind of true.
Totally.
So website, brookewoods.ca, nice and simple. People can link to your social media on there. They can find out where they can get their hands on a copy of one of these bad boys. For sure. And shows and stuff like that.
Everything's on there basically. There's photos if you like photos.
Oh, everyone likes. I like a good photo.
This video will hopefully be linked on there.
Yeah, there you go.
And you'll see tour dates and everything else that you need to know.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Brooke Woods, everybody.
I still tracing of your fingers on the lines. I can hear the whispers of your sweet little lies. Where did you go? Where did you go when you ran from your mistakes? What did you do? What did you do to make them go away? And I didn't see the first one coming. I didn't look that far ahead with all the feelings and your thoughts unsaid. I played. I think I kinda liked that you didn't understand the weight of everything that I was holding in my hands. How can you look forward when your mind's going off track? How can you move on when you're faced with everything you lack? And I didn't see the first one coming. I didn't look that far ahead with all the feelings and your thoughts unsaid. I bled. I bled. And I know you didn't feel it. I could see it in your eyes. I just wanted to keep you here one more night. I waited for you to feel something this whole time. But it ain't right. No, this ain't right. And I didn't see the first one coming. I didn't look that far ahead with all the feelings and your thoughts unsaid. I bled. Whoa. I bled. I bled.
Thanks for tuning in today. If you're interested in being a part of Edmonton Unplugged, you can visit edmontonunplugged.com. Have a great day. See you next time.
Could you settle for the distance when everything you'll find is intertwined? It's intertwined. All these stepping stones, all these stepping stones, all these stepping stones are making us feel got a heart in many places. I've got a heart in many places. I've got a heart in many places.
The proceeding was an independently produced community access program. The viewpoints expressed are those of the community access producer and do not reflect those of Shaw Cable Systems. The program is presented in response to CRTC policy guidelines regulating community programming.